you all know how much I love having this hairstyle. You know how much recession I have, you know how much diffuse thinning I have, yet this hairstyle is really working for me, and I'm very excited about it, and I just hope that when I get the next haircut in a few weeks that it will maintain what's going on, because the sides will be shorter again and the top will be longer than last time. The proportions will be a little bit different, but I'm excited about that and the possible challenge that that's up against. But what I want to point out, that, you know, how long has it been? Like 3 or 4 weeks at least since I've had my haircut. And today was an extra confirmation of yet another reason why I love this hairstyle. And again, when I got it cut, you know, 3.5, 4 weeks ago, I got a number 2 on the sides and the back. It was blended in with the number 4 guard right here, and then it's nearly 3 inches on top. But I'm going to tell you something, but first just look at my hair all the way around. That's some angles there for you. How about I do this? Now, what's interesting is, so I got up this morning. I'm at my parents' house for Christmas, and I forgot to pack my comb. Usually how I fix my hair, I get out of the shower, it's still fairly damp, and I just kind of run the comb through it, but then I mess it up again. I don't want it to look like it's too perfect. I want a little bit of a messy look. And so began the day, several hours into the day, and then I was at my sister's house, and we were watching. My brother-in-law for Christmas, he converted all these VHS tapes from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s and put them on disc, and a private YouTube channel, which I'm going to be uploading some of those on this channel for you to check and see what my hair looked like when I was a teenager. Right? It's going to be very exciting. So when you see that, it's not random. I mentioned it here first. But so we were watching these videos, and after a couple hours, like, because we're at my parents' house, my kids didn't sleep that well in different rooms, and I kept getting it. So I was just so tired to begin with. But then, like, watching TV that long, I just sort of felt. So I went to my sister's room, and I just fell asleep on top of the bed for a couple hours. I wake up, and my hair, it wasn't so bad, but I thought, you know what? I've got a hat in the car, so I put on a baseball cap, wore it for the rest of the afternoon. I mean, I had the baseball cap on for 4 hours, maybe at least, maybe 5. And I took it off, and I looked at my hair, and it pretty much looked like this. It actually kind of looked better than when I even left the house this morning. But what's cool is I guess the dimensions of this hairstyle, because it is short on the sides and longer on the top, but just kind of pushed up and back. And not only does it help my hairline look straighter across, though we know, what would you say Norwood wise? You've seen the video. I made the video earlier this week where I revealed nearly in silence what my hairline actually looks like, and you know, the best we could say is Norwood 2.5. We could even say Norwood 2.75 maybe. We could easily say that. You look at my hair when it's done right, and it looks a lot better. It looks remarkable. I'm easily going back on Norwood's, going from Norwood 2.75 to 1.5 maybe. I mean, especially if I'm not in your face, especially if I'm standing back here where a normal human being would talk to you. I'm not a normal human being. I may not actually be a human being. And so it just, like, putting on a baseball hat just kind of confirmed the shape. So once I took the hat off, I just put a little bit of water on my hands and just kind of ran it through my hands. And that's without even having a comb today. I did find a brush and just kind of ran it through there, but that's even without my comb. So just kind of did that, and here I am. So for me, and I've mentioned this before, I am absolutely a low maintenance kind of guy. Hence the zero editing pretty much that you see. It's very seldom that I do edit a video. I love editing videos, but I've learned that there's no relation between me editing a video and how many views I get and how many likes I get. Often what you like is the fact that I don't edit and I keep it real, and if I say something to mess up or almost forget what I'm talking about. Wait, what am I talking about right now? Oh yeah, the hat. So something I like about this hairstyle, it's so low maintenance that I can even wear a hat for hours in the day, take it off, just kind of do like this with a little bit of more wet fingertips from the sink there, and I'm back to good. Because it can't really go a whole lot of places the way it's cut. And this is, again, after, what, 3 or 4 weeks? Pushing a month? I don't know. It's been several weeks. And usually by this point, that's when your hairstyle starts looking kind of shaggy and straggly. But even with the beard that I just shaved, even my sideburns aren't, they get bushy. They're not quite there yet. So there's a good chance by the time I do get my next haircut, when I actually need it all around, then because I'm going back to a number 2, it just keeps things neat and tidy and clean and low maintenance to where I can even wear a hat. Because when my hair is not this short, or when it's not this short on the sides and the back, and it's not this long on the top, wear a hat and it just like it's mashed down, and then the sides kind of maybe fill out like that, and it just looks bad after you wear a hat. But this is a hairstyle where you can have a receding hairline, you can have diffuse thinning, you can wear a hat, you can take it off, and you're okay. You don't feel the need to, oh, I guess I need to like take a shower, wash my hair, because now my hair looks like a pile of meatloaf on my head. I don't feel that way. I'm like, actually, like I said, maybe the hat even made it look even better. That's how I feel. You know, it's funny. Many times I've gotten a haircut since I've been growing out my zero guard buzz cut since, you know, April 30th is how long I've been growing out my hair. And, you know, with each new haircut I've come on, so like, okay, this is a perfect haircut. I feel great about this. But I have not spoke so much praise about a hairstyle like I have this one, other than the zero guard. But that will always be the best hairstyle I can have. That's truly me. But this is totally working for me. And man, today, wearing that hat and taking off the hat reinforced that this not only looks good, but is the epitome of wearing a baseball cap and you're okay. That never happens with hairstyles. I make this video to encourage you if you have the kind of hairstyle I have, where honestly, what you perceive as a straight across hairline is not. The only real true hairline I actually have that's still intact is just this portion right here. When you watch that other video, you'll see otherwise. You know what? This is my last video of the night, so I'm going to just go ahead and close the video by showing you my actual hairline again. I'm going to turn around again so you can get the full view of my hair. How far up? Okay, yeah. I guess I just want you to be able to see it. We agree that looks pretty decent. And this is going to be encouraging for you if you had this hairline, because you can know that you can have hair that looks this good if you get it cut. Number 2 guard side and back, blend it into just a number 4 guard, and then about 3 inches on top. So here we go. Here's my actual hairline. In reality, this is what my hair looks like from that angle. You see how far it goes back. From that, I mean, you can see how much forehead we're talking about. Not only from the front, but also from the sides. And just moments ago, what looked like a pretty good hairline, you quickly realize it's different. You quickly realize that if my hair were, let's say, shorter, and I slicked it back and had it with pomade or something, I would, all of a sudden I've got this hairline that looks a lot different. I mean, Phil Collins, I mean, we're talking like Phil Collins kind of hairline at this point, back, you know, 30 years ago when he was so famous. And, you know, we can say, oh, it's bald guys can't be famous, especially in entertainment, unless they shave it all off. But back in the 80s, Phil Collins was huge, and he had a hairline that looked like this, and you could definitely tell it. Well, I've got a hairline that, man, I mean, look at that. And it's not like I'm covering up any hair. Like, the way my hands are, I've got my hands right behind the hair, right? So look, if you're from, and now that I've stepped back, look how much of my skull that you see, right? You see a lot of skull. But, and I wonder too, would I be able to just kind of get it back into shape there too, without really trying too hard? Maybe it doesn't look as good as it did right before I started messing it up. But still, you see my point. This is a great hairstyle if you have my hairline. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being here in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.